Hey all, we are going to go ahead and go over how to do the other two types of calculations. So yesterday we did, what would it be, Kelvin to Celsius and back. Okay. Today we're going to do Fahrenheit to Celsius using, let's see if I can turn on my pen here, using this equation. And then we are also going to do the combination of both equations, which is Fahrenheit to Kelvin, and then Fahrenheit to Kelvin, and then which involves both equations. So we're going to do both those things today. The actual assignment won't be till tomorrow, but really please set yourself up well, actually pay attention to the notes and do this. Okay, so the equation here we're going to use is 1.80 Celsius, or times Celsius, plus 32 equals Fahrenheit. So I'm going to go ahead and copy it over here. 1.8 C plus 32 equals Fahrenheit. Okay, so we're going to solve for it. So in this first one here, it looks like we're going to solve for Celsius first. So let's go ahead and do this one. This one is actually a harder one, though people forget the other one sometimes more. It's kind of interesting. So 10 degrees Fahrenheit. So it'd be 1.80 C plus 32 equals 10. That goes right there where Fahrenheit does. So what's the first thing you do? Imagine this is a algebra problem. Oh, I should turn my actual picture there. Wouldn't that be great if you guys could see me instead of this random paper at the bottom? Yay, there I am. So probably too close. So then you subtract 32 from both sides, minus 32, boom, minus 32 on both sides. And that would then leave you with 1.80 C equals minus 22. Okay. Now you divide both sides by 1.80. I'm sorry, I jammed that in there weird. And then you divide this side by 1.80. So that cancels the 1.80 out on this side. And C is going to be equal to whatever negative 22 is divided by 1.80. Okay. And it looks like in this case here, C is equal to 12. Now, how many sig figs? It's rather complex to actually to calculate this because there's some subtraction involved and all that. I remember I'm not going to hold you accountable to sig figs and scientific notation on temperatures. That was really weird too. I don't know what happened. Oh boy. Is there undo? Control Z. Okay, well, the answer should be, you can always rewind if you need to in that really weird thing there. The answer should be 12.2 or 12.22 or whatever, and Celsius. Okay. Oh, wait, we skipped pages. That's what happened. No, it went back. That's what happened. Okay. Weird. Okay, there we go. Totally weirded out there. 12.2 or 12.22, anything like that. And how degrees Celsius, and that'd be Celsius. Now, remember on just temperature, I'm not going to do sig figures, and I'm not going to do scientific notation expectation. Okay, so I don't expect that from you. If you round it off super early, like if you round it off to 10, right, you probably get marked down, right? But if it's too many, it wouldn't hurt you, and too few, yeah, that's fine. Okay. 68 degrees. So I would like you to pause it and try this yourself. If you get stuck, just watch a little bit, take it unstuck, and then pause again. Really try practicing it. That's how it's going to stick in your brain. Okay, so 1.80 C plus 32 is going to be equal to 68. Okay, so how do we work our way through it? Well, you start by subtracting 32 on both sides, minus 32 on both sides. So typing into my calculator here, 68 minus 32 tells me that's 36. So it's going to be 1.80 C equals 36. Then you divide both sides by 1.80. You'll notice every time you do a problem like that, it's going to be exactly the same thing. It's just going to get repetitive. So 36 divided by 1.8 ends up being 20. So this would be 20 degrees Celsius, actually room temperature, okay? Which makes sense. 68 degrees room temperature, 20 degrees Celsius room temperature. That's how that works. So hopefully you paused it and tried it yourself. Let's go ahead and do these other ones. These are actually easier, but they trick more people. The key is just putting the numbers in where they belong. So we'll go back to the equation up here at the top. Okay. Negative 10 degrees Celsius. Okay, so it'd be 1.8. It's not very good, 8. And then in here, in the parentheses, is negative 10 plus 32. That's going to equal F. So it's just a matter of running it in there. So the first thing you'll do is you'll go 1.8 times negative 10. And I end up with negative 18. So it'll be negative 18 plus 32 equals F. Can I do that in my head? 14. So I think F is equal to 14 degrees Fahrenheit. Don't forget the unit. Get the unit and you miss points. Degrees Fahrenheit. Okay. Please go ahead and try number 4 yourself, and then we'll do the harder ones, which combine both. So, okay. Now, in this one here, it looks like it is, that's, okay, so you paused it, you try it yourself. So it'll be 1.80. That'd be negative 145 in here. And plus 32. Okay. So 1.8 times negative 145 gives me negative 261 plus 32. So plus 32. And then that equals Fahrenheit right there, right? Okay. So, and that'd be and Fahrenheit would end up being negative 229 degrees Fahrenheit. Hopefully that makes sense. Okay. There's 4 here. I don't know if we'll do all 4. The key is to know the way you go. If you want to go from Kelvin to Fahrenheit, you're going to have to go from Kelvin to Celsius to Fahrenheit. Okay. So you have to use both equations. So remember, copying back over here. So the first one is C plus 273 equals K. And the second one is 1.8. And then in parentheses was the C plus 32 equals F. So you'll notice here, if you get an F, let's see if I go back to pointer here. Let's go pointer. If you have a Fahrenheit, you can use it to convert to Celsius. And once you have Celsius, you can take the Celsius number and put it in this equation and solve for Kelvin. In the same way, if you have Kelvin, you could put Kelvin in here, solve for Celsius, put it in this equation, and then solve for Fahrenheit. That's what we're going to be doing. Okay, so let's go to the first one together. Okay, I start 10 degrees Kelvin, and I want to get from Kelvin to Fahrenheit. So we have to go Kelvin here first to Celsius. Okay, so I get 10 degrees Kelvin, so it'd be C plus 273 equals K. And I should see your equations. You can show every step along the way, and I would recommend it on the quiz because you don't get, I mean, if you don't show any work, you lose points, right? But if you show some work, you're going to get a full point if you get it right. But if you get it wrong and you show your work, I can often be like, oh, you made that little tiny mistake. Oh, you get almost all the points. Okay, so you want to set yourself up pretty well. So in this case here, I know that K is 10 degrees. So this is a 10. But you can figure it out. So in this case, I would go 10 minus 273. And it looks like Celsius is going to be equal to negative 263. Then I take it and I put it in this other equation up here. So it's going to be 1.80, then inside the parentheses, negative 263, and then plus 32. And that's going to give me, okay, so I'll just run it through my calculator here. I can go 1.80 times negative 263, enter, plus 32. And it looks like the answer is going to be negative 441.4 Fahrenheit. And that's what your answer is. I'd like you to go ahead and try the second one yourself, and then we'll check your answer and see how that comes out. Okay. So hopefully paused it. I'm gonna go ahead and roll through it myself here. It's gonna be the same deal. Okay. So Celsius plus 273. We're gonna put in the Kelvin spot 601. So what I'm gonna enter in my calculator here is 601 minus 273. And it looks like Celsius is gonna be pretty hot here. Celsius is gonna be equal to 328. What's great is you can see my work here. So if it's different, and I made a mistake, you can catch me on it, right? Or if you made a mistake, you can catch yourself on it. So in this way here. Now we're gonna go ahead and put in the next equation, which is 1.80. Celsius is 328. 328, that goes in here, plus 32. And that should give me the answer. Okay. So I will go here 1.8 times 328, enter, plus 32. And it looks like my answer is 600 in Fahrenheit. Ooh, that's too far. That's our answer right there. See how that works? Hopefully that's feeling a little better. You're gonna do some practice problems like that tomorrow too. Okay. So now we're gonna do the opposite for the last two here, okay? Where we're gonna start with the Fahrenheit equation and we're gonna work towards Kelvin, okay? So if we have 1.80 degrees Celsius, and Celsius here, not degrees Celsius, 1.8 times Celsius plus 32 equals negative 15 degrees Fahrenheit. Like it's in Minneapolis or something like that. So how would I enter in my calculator? Well, I would start by going negative 15 minus minus 32. So I think so negative 15 minus 32. There we go. So I end up with negative 47. I don't know if you can see that or not. Negative 47. Okay. And negative 47 is going to be equal to 1.80 C. So then I'm going to divide both sides by 1.8. And it looks like C is going to be equal to negative 26.1 and 111. I'm just going to go 366. That's fine. Okay, that's our Celsius answer there. Okay, now, okay, that's our Celsius answer. Now we're going to go and put in the other equation. Okay, so our other equation is Celsius plus 273 equals Kelvin. So the Celsius is negative 261.1 plus 273. Let's see what that equals. 26.1 plus 273. And it looks like it's going to end up being, oh, that didn't work out. 26.1 negative plus 273. There you go. Looks like it's going to be 246.9. And that is, we solve for K, right? K. That's your answer there. Ugh. One more, right? I want you to pause it and try this last one yourself, and then we'll be done for the day. Okay. No homework beyond these notes. Okay. So starting off here again, it gives us degrees in Fahrenheit. So it looks like 1.80 times C plus 32 is equal to 1100 right there. Okay. So I can go 1100 minus 32 divided by 1.8, and I end up with 500 and let's see here, 593, 593, and then it's repeating threes for a while, and that is what Celsius is equal to. Okay, so then I put that in the other equation. Okay, so it's going to be 593.3. That's a horrible looking 3. Plus 273. It's going to equal Kelvin, right? So let's go 593.3 plus 273. That didn't come out right. That's why, so 593.3. Let's give me negative 593.3. There we go. Plus 273. There we go. So I end up in Kelvin at 866.3 Kelvin. Hopefully that makes sense. You can always come back and watch these later. Hopefully you wrote down all your examples. The examples are what's going to help you when you try to do the homework problems. Tomorrow we're going to do problems like this in class. That's the game plan. So thank you guys very much.